Standard 2 of the KSDE Library and Instructional Teacher Standard states that the librarian and information teacher participates with members of the school community to develop district and school building level policies, practices, and curricula to guide student learning in content areas, including instruction of information and technology literacy. I chose 3 artifacts that I believe exemplify my mastery of this standard. The first falls under Standard 2.1, which states the library and information teacher knows theories of policy development and identifies exemplars of district and school building level policies, practices, and curricula in content areas, including information and technology literacy, to guide P12 student learning. The artifact I chose for this standard was my digital citizenship agreement that I created. I believe this sets the standard for student expectations in regards to how they should use the technology, what is appropriate, what is inappropriate, and what is the best practice. Establishing the guidelines and the expectations for students before they start using the technology is a great way to curb any maybe naughty or unethical behavior before it might take place. The second artifact that I chose to support Standard 2 is my image that I created for my STEM class, which is teacher misconceptions of utilizing STEM activities, or just STEM in the classroom, or STEAM, if you will. I believe this activity, this artifact, supports Standard 2.8, which states that the librarian and information teacher collaborates with teachers and school specialists to design, implement, and evaluate inquiry-based lessons and units that integrate multimedia, research, and information literacy skills into instruction. My image or poster, or whatever you want to call it, I believe addresses many of these misconceptions that teachers might have that might scare them away from incorporating STEM activities into their classroom lessons or units. I addressed things from it's too expensive to I don't have time, or it's not relevant to what I'm teaching. So all of these misconceptions, I believe, definitely support this standard. The third artifact that I chose was my technology integration plan, and I believe this supports Standard 2.9, which states that teachers and school specialists in teaching P12 students essential content skills, effective communication skills, and information literacy as an integral component of the school comprehensive literacy instruction. My technology integration plan was a year-long layout of how one might integrate technology into a classroom. I did this one with high school students in mind, and started out with what is that digital citizenship, what does it look like, all the way down to different resources that we could use, EasyBib, Turnitin.com, Remind, and several other programs, and addressing several skills such as parenthetical citation or source evaluation. All of these artifacts that I've just listed, I believe, certainly address that I have experienced and mastered the instructional partner standard of the KSDE Library and Informational Teacher Standards.